Today we're talking about the new A24 film, Marty Supreme. This movie's directed by Josh Safdie, who, along with his brother, directed the film Uncut Gems. This movie has a pretty stacked cast, including Timothée Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Odessa A'zion, and Tyler the Creator, as well as Kevin O'Leary. In the weeks leading up to this movie being released, there was a pretty viral marketing campaign going on where Timmy was going around pretending to be a rapper for whatever reason. I was hearing from my friends and siblings about all the shenanigans he was up to. Now, I normally don't care too much for marketing in movies, but I will say that this definitely worked getting young people's butts in theater seats. I don't think they were expecting to be met with a 2+ hour, anxiety-inducing, period piece, pseudo-biopic about ping pong. Now, I'll say that Josh Safdie really knows how to direct a movie. After the Safdie bros split up, I was kind of curious to see what paths they would each take individually. With The Smashing Machine being met with middling reviews, you can kind of see where most of the greatness of a movie like Uncut Gems came from. Josh Safdie did a lot of the same things here that made Uncut Gems a fantastic movie. But that also comes with the anxiety of having a character that makes a ton of bad decisions. I do think overall this movie was an absolute banger, and for me, it's one of my top of the year. I'm going to be heading into some spoiler territory here, so if you have not seen Marty Supreme yet, make sure you skip to the last section of this video. I do think that this movie proves for the right now which Safdie bro is more talented. Like I said, I was kind of sad to see them break up, but it's really cool to see Josh Safdie coming out swinging with an amazing film. Now, this movie wasn't just anxiety-inducing and dramatic, it was also really funny. I thought it was hilarious how Timmy was just playing himself with the cockiness and arrogance raised up to 11. It was also really funny seeing Tyler the Creator just kind of act like himself. And also I thought it was hilarious seeing Kevin O'Leary act how I assume he normally acts every day. I think the writing here was also really good. They did a really good job at kind of getting the audience to root for Marty, even though he was like the worst person ever. I also want to specifically call out the vampire line that Kevin O'Leary drops towards the end of the film. Now, I'm kind of glad that as a period piece, they didn't really take this one too seriously. There was like zero effort put into having period accurate accents. And I didn't really mind this because it's like this movie was tailored for a more young and modern audience. Now, this is a 2.5 hour movie, but I will say that it was paced incredibly well. You've got a character that is making non-stop terrible choices and somehow escapes the consequences every time. The only knock I could find with the story is that it was a little bit predictable towards the end. Now, I really thought that they would kind of follow the path of Uncut Gems here, where the main character loses everything by the end, but they kind of went for a sort of rebirth with Marty, with the literal birth of his child. In the final match, he proved something to himself, even if it meant nothing to the rest of the world, and I believe from that, he kind of grew up finally. Now, for my final thoughts, I was really happy that I went to go see this movie. Now, I don't mean to sound like an old man here, but I am curious to see how the brain rot crowd can handle something like this. I think even an avid moviegoer might have a hard time locking into a 2.5 hour period piece about ping pong. The performances here were all fantastic. The story was great and thrilling. This movie was a really fun time in the theater, and huge props to Josh Safdie for his great solo debut. I gave this one a 4.5 on Letterboxd. I want to know what you guys think about this one. I personally am really looking forward to what Josh Safdie does next, although I will say that I hope his next movie isn't so comparable to Uncut Gems. As always, I appreciate those of you that have watched to the end of this video, and make sure you argue with me in the comments.